Hey, Jerry, I just let this kid through. He's about to get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Let's watch.
Yeah, they're the ones making the TikTok video.
Let me let me pull out my brick-sized Nokia phone.
Catgirl von Fingerbang is someone's name. That is awesome.
Say what you will about them brick-sized phones back then, though. Them damn things, you could throw them in a damn. You could throw them in front of a moving semi going 100 miles an hour, and they would still work. Honestly, them things were so durable.
Catgirl von Fingerbang.
I kind of wish they would bring back flip phones. To be honest with you, I mean they made that new Motorola one, but I ain't paying $1,300 for that.
I used to love those sliding phones.
I used to love my flip phone. I felt like such a damn badass when I was a teenager loving that flip phone. The damn thing didn't even work. I had no service on it, but I still felt like a badass having a flip phone.
Oh yeah, flip phones were cooler than the phones now. Now you can butt dial things so easy and all that type of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, you can still have a touchscreen flip phone. They
Well, that's what that is.
exist.
Yeah, that's what that new one is that I mentioned. It's like $1,400 or some shit for Motorola. It was the Razor. You remember the Razor flip phone or whatever it was called?
Yeah.
It was one of the They remade that and selling that damn thing for $1,400 as a smartphone flip phone.
These guys clearly don't know anything about this dungeon. Well, they're all sprouts. I'm pretty sure we're all sprouts. I like... Pull the lever. I wonder if I'm a sprout. I'm probably pretty sure I'm a sprout. Spring and copper. I remember these guys. Because they're coppers. It's been so long since I've done this dungeon.
Yeah, like I said last night to you, I know you didn't respond, so I figured you was probably either busy or something. I was fighting with that woman last night trying to get more hours, and it's just
Yeah.
it's like talking to a brick wall. I say something to her, she looks at it, goes offline, doesn't say shit.
Yeah, I streamed for 2.5 hours, and then yeah, I went offline and slept from like 1 until 4, fed the cats, and then yeah.
I know you saw my message, but I didn't. I figured, well, he's either busy or he's mad.
No, I wasn't mad. Like you said, I had been busy during the stream.
And then I think I fell asleep after that. I've been really just stressing, like I talked to you the other night about. I've just been stressing about some money shit with
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I gotta keep I don't. That's another thing I'm worried about too, because you know I had to do the application for the surgery online, and online it says $60, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're gonna tax that or not.
True.
So I don't know if I need to save more than 60 or if it's actually going to.
I would, just in case. And just in case anything extra goes wrong, God forbid. Just in case there's, probably not. right?
Yeah, I don't want to say anything for certain because I have a habit of cursing myself.
But yeah.
Either way, you'll know because well, I'll probably be the first one. You'll probably be the first one I tell.
Trying to remember this dungeon. This is like usually the last dungeon I ever. Well, it is literally the last dungeon we do. No, this is just an empty platform. Why are we going there? We're going over here.
Which, to be honest, you're probably gonna be off that day she has her surgery. I don't know.
When?
What is today? Tuesday?
Today is Sunday.
It's gonna be on the 14th on Tuesday.
I'd have to look at a calendar. Because I work this Tuesday. So if it's 2 weeks from this Tuesday, I'd be working. Or, no. It'd be... Yeah, I'm confusing myself.
This Tuesday is 31st. The next is the 7th. And then the 3rd is the 14th.
Yeah, so I would be working. Because I'd be off the 7th.
Well, actually, that still would work out because I would message you anyway. By the time I go to get her from the doctor's office, about the time you'll probably be going to work anyway. Because I have to go and pick her up around 4 to 4:30.
Fair, yeah. It's usually as I'm eating. Because I usually get up at 3:30 and then eat. And then, yeah.
I had to sign a consent form because of her age. I think I've said that before, but I don't remember. But they made sure to tell me that I needed to sign a consent form because she's 10 years and older. Since she's over 10 years, surgery could have it could kill her. Pretty much.
Yeah, just making sure they're not liable and all that type of stuff. And you're not going to go sue, right?
Yeah. One would hope that I wouldn't have to. Which, I'm not the type of person that oh, my cat's dead, I'm suing you. I'm gonna be worried about my cat dead.
Yeah.
You know, somebody I raised for over 10 years dies. That's the same as that is my child, basically, to me. Same with my dog.
Pretty much, yeah. My cats are my children, my fluffy little nuisance children, but they're cute. Oh.
But I'm hoping it don't come to nothing like that. Hell, I went out and spent money that I didn't have to buy her a new litter box that she can hopefully get into when she had her surgery, because that was something else that immediately started stressing me out the other day, because I thought about it. I said, she's not going to be able to get into this litter box because she has to jump up on to get into it from the top, because I had to buy one that was dog proof. So, you know, she's got her stomach's going to be basically cut open and stitched. So, she's not going to really be able to jump up on a litter box.
Fair enough, yeah. I'm trying to remember how long it takes to, like... 'cause I don't remember anything about, like, how long it takes for a cat to, like, get over that. 'Cause...
What? I think it's more so the medications that she's got to get over. And then you got to worry about her trying not to, making sure she doesn't pick at her stitches.
Yeah,
'Cause
because she'll have the
yeah.
cone. The cone of shame.
I won't lie, I'm extremely nervous, but I'm also extremely kind of looking forward to it because I made sure to note to them, like I said to you, I made sure to note that she's had this skin condition her whole life. I do not use or mistreat her in any way. There's something with her that's always been wrong that makes her constantly scratch, shoot, and bite herself to the point of bleeding and pulling out her hair. So I don't want any of you to get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
If I do want you to find out why she's doing it, though.
It makes perfect sense, yeah. It was like with Sydney where she does the little sneezes and stuff like that. Obviously, it was like, okay, why is she doing that? And, you know. Nothing to do with, you know, how she lives or anything like that. It's just, you know, she is a little...
I mean, I should have had it done years ago, to be honest. I should have had this done years ago. But I was afraid that they would try to take her from me because of how bad she can look when she gets really bad like she is now.
Yeah.
'Cause I know what I would think if somebody brought in a cat like that that has, you know, half her, basically the whole half of her back body is bald. It's just peach fuzz. It would look like if me and you shaved.
Yeah.
And then she's got these little blisters and bumps that bleed from time to time.
Poor little girl. Ooh, treasure coffer.
But the thing about it is, at the same time, she's never actively shown that it bothers her. That's what gets me about it. You know, normally a cat like that would show it, you know, in my opinion. They would show it.
Well, cats are really
What,
good with dealing with that type of thing. Right? Like, there are a lot of times when it's like, I've had cats that are injured. Because, like, when I was younger and Callie had ate the cob of corn out of the garbage and needed surgery and all that type of stuff. And you knew, you know, she was going through problems. She was still acting like her happy-go-lucky self. Like, she was still being kind.
all I can really hope is it's not something that I can't fix, like cancer or some shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like, as cold as it is to say, if it was cancer, she would have been dead years. So that's why I don't.
Depending on when she got it, right? You're not...
Well, the thing about it is, you know, like I said, I've raised her since she was literally an infant. When I got her from that woman that I told you I got her from.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, since she was probably a couple of weeks old, if that old, until now when she's over 2 years, she's had that problem, problem, since basically probably maybe 2 to 3 months into me raising her. So you may as well say she's had this problem the whole 10 years that she's been alive. So I feel like if it was something like that, she would be dead. Especially if it was, well, all cancer can kill you, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can't think of a cancer that could last for 10 years and not really do something horrible and damage.
And the only other thing is I thought maybe for a few years I thought it might have been food allergies or something, so I was swapping her from food to food, food.
Oh, I know what that's like with Sydney. That was, yeah. That's
And
why she went off to get my crave wet food, even though they love that. But then again, Austin should not have crave wet food anyways, because he'd eat it so fast he would throw up. Because he likes that much. It's nonsense. It's just how silly that cat is. If he really likes a food, he will eat it that fast and then vomit it up.
Coco's the same way. She don't vomit it up, but I can put a can of wet because I've started feeding her since I found out about surgery. I've started feeding her wet food. 1 can of wet food around 3 to 4 o'clock every day. I just give her the whole can because that lasts her enough through the night till the next day. Obviously, she's going to whine and complain hours and hours beforehand because she thinks she's dying of hunger. But I can assure you she's not. She weighs probably, I put on that thing 10 pounds, but I don't even think she probably is 10 pounds. I think she's probably around 12 to 13 pounds. That's
Come
one
on,
thing
yay!
can't say. They can't say I didn't feed my cat because she is fat for having no hair.
Yeah, it's like Austin. Sydney's not like that, but that's because she's such a picky eater. She'll only eat certain things. There's only two types of food that cat'll eat: Friskies and Crave.
I would actually say she probably would be around Austin's size if she had fur. Maybe not as big as him because I'm pretty sure they probably have a lot. I can't even say that because I've never seen her with a full grown out fur because she never had it. But, you know, I would like to assume, if I had to guess by what's on her head, because her head's really the only place she ever keeps her. She would probably be around, um, maybe Sydney, maybe closer to Austin, but she's really bony.
Sydney's tiny, so like you said,
Like her stomach she's weird because I think I've mentioned this to you before. She's heavy. She's a big cat, but all her belly hangs down. It doesn't sit up against her body. I don't know how to put it. It's just like it just hangs. And if she had fur, that would not change how she looks because she's only gonna look fat underneath her. Because she's a bony cat. She's skinny. You remember when I mentioned to you that I was putting her back on wet food to try to fatten her up? All that's done is make her stomach hang down low. That don't help her look any less bony and skinny that she does.
yeah.
It honestly kind of funny.
Do I not have my pet? I don't have my pet.
But imagine holding a water balloon in your hand. That's what it's like. Imagine holding it up with 2 fingers from from the knot and just letting it hang down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what her stomach looks like. And then my fish filter broke in my damn aquarium. That was more crap.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Oh, there's the boss gap.
I had fixed it, and then the day after I fixed it, when I went to get to my power surge, remember I mentioned power surge too, right? That it
Yeah.
was going out. It went out the day after that. And then when I went to get it, I was given a new power surge. I plugged everything in. Fish filters broke. Like I was telling you the other day, it's like one thing breaks, I fix it. Another thing breaks, I fix that. One thing breaks. It's like, give me a break.
Yeah. Like I said, those
One
days
day.
suck when it's just one thing after another, after another, after another.
I had called Quentin that night after all that had happened. Because I was originally going to have him come early that morning when we were going to work, and instead come earlier so we could go by Walmart to get a fish filter. But I changed my mind. And he told me the next morning, yeah, I knew something was wrong with you. I could tell by the way you was talking. Like I told you, I was close. I was close that night. Just having I was almost there to having that breakdown. And I don't get there very often. But that's the problem with me. I hold a bunch of shit in, and then you hold a bunch of shit in, and then eventually it just spills over.
Yeah. Oh, agreed.
The good news is I get paid tomorrow. The bad news is I'm wondering if she's gonna take 4 hours from my check like she did Quentin.
Yeah, she seems to be doing that a lot. That's...
I'm hoping she didn't because I wanted to buy a new mouse pad. And she takes 4 hours out of that. I ain't gonna be able to afford that. Can't afford to spend, I don't know, $30 on something when I need 60, probably, may as well say probably 70.
Yeah. I'd probably do 75 just to be 100% sure. Because Texas sucks.
Because I know I'm going to have to pay for it when I go in because they showed me the price and checkout and shit on the line when I went to do it. But I didn't actually have to pay right for it. Most likely we'll have to pay when I bring her in.
Yeah. Which makes sense. You'd get the people that are like, oh, she's gone through surgery. Well, I don't have the money. What are you gonna do? Right?
Yeah, they would, in that situation, they would probably be in the right to hold the pet.
Well, they probably would.
But I guarantee you would have fights.
Yeah.
That would be one of the scenarios where both parties were wrong. You should never came in and tried to scam them, and they should have never put them themselves in a position to be scammed.
Pretty much.
That's like saying, hey, if you come into the store, I'll give you a free TV. You can take any pick. but not specifying a limit on like pricing or how big the TV can be.
Yeah. Just
So
free
you know
TV.
somebody's gonna go in there and pick out a 75-inch TV. No, you can't pick that one. That one's too big. But you said TV. You didn't specify.
Yeah.
You said I could come in and pick any TV.
I want the biggest TV.
I want the TV as big as my house.
It better be 3 times the size of my house, or I'm.
I want my own drive-through theater in my yard. You know how badass that would be, though.
Having a theater in your house. I don't know. It's one of those things that it would be both cool and it would be like a lot of waste for nothing. Because, like, how much would you actually use that? And, like, would you really, like, yeah.
I would probably use it a lot because I watch a lot of movies. But
Fair.
if somebody, it would depend on if it was somebody like me or somebody like you that doesn't really watch movies.
Because I'm thinking, like, it would be cool to watch sports on a TV that big.
But I was more so thinking like a drive-in theater, like a drive-through. Just having a, like, you ever seen that episode of Family Guy where they have or no, that wasn't Family Guy, that was American Dad, where Roger runs his own drive-in theater outside in their yard with the big ass wall.
I haven't seen
TV
American
screen.
Dad in so long, to be honest.
Well, you know what a drive-in theater is, don't you? Or a drive-in theater is, don't you?
Yeah.
Just imagine that, but in your own yard, and just for you and your friends.
It'd be a lot of power to power it. Imagine your, like, electrical bill.
Well, I mean, probably already so rich that it hurts anyway.
Fair. But, like, if they gave it to you, like, you or me or someone who wasn't rich, like, you'd be like, I'm only gonna turn this on once a month.
No, that's when I would just be, come on down to my house. Tickets are $10 a pop.
Yeah, but then you'd have copyright problems. Right, if you're, like, selling, like, tickets to, like, even if it's a Jacksonville Jaguars game, like, you don't have the right to broadcast like that.
Who's gonna know?
Yeah, if they ever find out.
All I gotta do is roll up the cloth and put it in my closet. Oh, that's just my extra large
Blanket, yeah, that's the blanket that's the size of my house.
I put that over my house when it's rainy. I got holes in my roof.
I put that over my house to keep the dust out.
Now that would be helpful because I have too much dust in this fucking house. Unironically, would be the most helpful thing.
There's a treasure coffer. I want treasure. Give me treasure.
I wish we could afford to fix our roof because his room actually does have a leak. So anytime it storms, all you hear in his room is the little drops coming in from the roof.
Yeah.
And it costs like $3 grand to get it replaced. But we would have to take off the whole entire roof and have it replaced. As you can imagine, that's not cheap.
Yeah.
I would like to get it done because I know one day, most likely, this house would be in my name once they're gone. So I would like to not inherit a house that's leaking and falling apart.
I gotta go to Ulda. And I'm not attuned, so I gotta walk. I gotta walk all the... But yeah. Oh, it's raining in game again. I didn't need to do that, for sure. I need to get what myself... Do I? Yeah, no, I don't have a mount. I need to get myself one of them newfangled mounts everyone's talking about. By everyone, I mean someone has a mount and I don't, and I'm jealous.
I don't remember this. This must have been before I was even... Huh. How stupid can you be to drive a bus on the railroad tracks and then stop with a train coming and have the kids yelling at you to go, and you don't go and it rips the top of the bus off?
Oh my god, imagine being one of those kids.
I...
That was like when I was young. There's train tracks that go through town. There was... I'm trying to remember how old they were, but there were I think they were two girls, and they were playing along the tracks. And a train came and hit one of them. The other one survived. I believe it was the younger one survived. The older one died. Just imagine the trauma of watching like your sibling when you're only like, you had to be like 8 years old or something like that. Like, can't imagine that.
I imagine with the way this bus looks that I don't know how many of these people... Yeah, there was a nurse apparently that was on scene that died, that was trying to save one of the boys as he died in his arms.
That's
I was gonna
that's
say,
why I would never want to be a nurse or a doctor. I would just be so gut-wrenching. Watching someone die, like, even if they're 70 years old, I would never want to watch someone die. Don't get me wrong, if it was my mom or something like that, I would totally be there if I had the opportunity just to say goodbye. But, like, I would never, like,
for me personally, it would probably hit me harder to see somebody older in age pass away than younger. But that's just because I've been around older people most of my life. So.
Fair. Because your uncle and, yeah.
Almost everyone I've been around in my life has been triple my age, if not more.
I'm not triple your age. But then again, I'm, internet, so, but, yeah.
Oh. You're...
35.
I know how old you are. I'm saying we've only known each other for what, a half a year? I
Yeah,
can't really
it's
say
the
all my
crazy part.
life.
I feel like I've known you all my life.
Yeah, you could say it feels like it, sure. Like, yeah, I could see that. It feels like we've known each other a lot longer than we actually have, because that is true. It does
A
feel that
year.
way.
Totally, yeah.
But it was more so thinking of,
Yeah, I know
like,
what you mean. I was just making a joke.
76-year-old and then 50 or 48-year-old, and
Yeah, it's kind of the same with me, where it's like, even like, if you talk about like Dean and Scott and them, like, they're like 10 years plus old, or 8 years, I think. I think Dean's 42. Or 43 now, because I think he would have just had his birthday. But,
hell,
Yeah, like
Quint.
that's still pretty
Yeah.
significantly older, and then Scott's like almost 50 because he's ancient as fuck. So like they're
Even
old, and like yeah, other than Sarah, Sarah's the only one that's like my age, and she's like barely younger than me, and like most of the other people are like older. Like my sister's older, and I used to hang out with her and her friends. And then yeah, like I really don't.
and then
Yeah,
me, who's 27, going on 62.
yeah, but I'm gonna make that exact same point. I've only known you for 6 months. I'm saying like throughout my whole life, like it's mainly been like mainly been, yeah, me being the
Definitely
youngest one,
agree.
and it's kind of gotten to the point where that's the obnoxious thing. I want to be seen as an equal, not like the kid.
I know how that feels. Imagine being the young one.
You know, you don't know
Everyone
what you're
does.
talking about. You're just a kid.
You won't have enough experience. You don't need to socialize. You haven't been around long enough.
Back in my day.
And it'll be the same type of people who ask me why I use such big words. Because a lot of the times I just, without even thinking about it, I use weird words.
Be like, what do you think, weird words? I'm gonna speak in nothing but onomatopoeias and see if they understand what terrible that would be.
Like hysteria, scenario, my mother considers these. Why you gotta use such big words, Fran? Hypothetic, etc. Just words like that.
Yeah, but how else do you, if you're needing to use hypothetical in a question, what or a sentence, like, what other way are you gonna say that? Hypothetically, how else would you say that? Uh, characters having non-flashbacks again.
If you would have to guess, how else would you use that? Would be the only other way. But even that doesn't really translate into what actually
Yeah.
hypothetically means. But it gets the same point across, I guess.
That guy's lips are way too big for his face. It's bugging me, like that guy talking right now. His lips are way too big.
Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Years ago.
You remember Bubba Gump?
Not offhand. I just remember Forrest
He
Gump
was
and Life
he
is
was
like a box of chocolates.
he was Forrest's friend, the black guy. He
Okay.
was the one that wanted a shrimping boat.
Okay.
Why did here's a real question for you, because I know you said it's been a long time. Why did they give that man? Because I'm 100% sure that they like gave that man, what are they called? Where they make your lips bigger or fatter? What's that surgery called? Like collagen?
Botox?
I don't know if it's Botox.
I know
I
what
know
you're
women
talking
get it,
about, but yeah, I'm not a girl, so I don't know about getting lip injections.
but that man had that he would talk about lips too big for a face. That man had lips too big for that face of his. Like it almost makes you think that they made him or like paid for him to get surgery just for that movie for that
Just imagine, I need
reason
you to
alone.
get like the biggest lips you possibly can. Out of
And you
all
just got to
surgeries.
say that wouldn't have gone over well. The reason I say that is because it was set in a time where the movie was set in a time, quite frankly, where there was the Black Panthers and racism was rampant,
Mm-hmm.
and in that time, it was a stereotype that black men had big lips. Don't know where it came from, but it was a stereotype. That's why I bring it up, because I think they did that on purpose to get a point across in that movie.
When did Forrest Gump come out? That was like mid-90s, right?
Yeah, it would have had to have been in the 90s, because I know it wasn't in the 2000s, and the 80s would have been too long ago.
Yeah. Run, Forrest, run!
And then they would kind of make him. Yeah, that's another thing. They thought they were kind of bringing people with disabilities up with that whole run, Forrest, run shit. In actuality, they kind of just making fun of all the damn people with disabilities. And also getting their hopes up. You've got some kid out there who watched that movie who probably went out there with the same type of leg disorder who tried that very thing and ended up hurting himself. I guarantee you.
Run, Forrest, run! It's like one of the only things that in life is like a box of chocolates. That's all I remember from that movie.
Oh, that's the most famous saying.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what
you never know what you're gonna get.
Which is so stupid. Who buys chocolates and doesn't know what's inside them? It's so
well,
nonsense.
back then they didn't have. I don't think back then actually they had really like they do now. Every chocolate's got its own brand, own name, own label. Like it's easily identifiable. But back then, I think it was just like white and like plain colored boxes that they pretty much packaged chocolates in.
Fair enough.
Like that. You could open it up and it not be chocolate at all. You could open it up and you have a box of rats or something.
I was gonna say, I open it up and it's a box of rocks. Chocolate covered rocks. You never know what you're gonna get. You enjoy your chocolate covered rocks.
Enjoy being teethless.
Okay, we are going there.
Technically, I guess you would only lose like one half of your jaw because you would only bite into one if you were smart. Imagine biting into one, losing your teeth, and then
biting
being
into the other. Yeah. This one's the same shape. Like, I could understand if it was a different shape and everything like that, and it seemed like it might be different, but then you wouldn't, like, bite hard. You'd be like,
yeah, you'd be testing it. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? How you doing, Super A? Long time no talk. I don't usually, like, stream this late, but it was storming today. So, yeah.
It also helps that he was off a week.
And I believe it's /raid and then the channel name, by the way. So.
Yes, it is.
I've only done it once. Yeah, to Scott. I raided Scott once. You're already... Oh... It's not an invite to the Discord. You're already part of the Discord. It's just a channel that, for whatever reason, I haven't... get... There we go. Super A, the rank. You are a trusted person. I don't know why I didn't put you role. Major. There you go. You should be able to see the stream. Streaming.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Long time no talk.
No kidding, no kidding. What are you guys playing? Is it, what is it, Final Fantasy, or are you guys playing, Black Forest?
I am playing Final Fantasy XIV right now.
That is the one I don't have installed.
Yeah. Yep, Final Fantasy XIV until New World comes out, and then probably a mix of the two of the games.
I gotcha. How you guys been?
Good, good. How have you been?
Oh, not too bad. Just I broke my wrist.
Why'd you do
Ouch.
that?
I decided skateboarding would be a good idea to start learning how to do, and I
Oh,
started doing.
I remember my first time trying skateboard. It only lasted about 20 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been practicing for about a month, and I started going on the ramps, and I went on the ramp. My board slid out. I put my hand out to catch myself, and it snapped.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm now $30,000 more in debt.
Oh, gotta love the USA.
Yeah. Oh no, no kidding, no kidding.
ouch. That's worse than the broken bone. Broken.
Yeah.
You got a broken bone and you owe.
Yeah, I had to have surgery. I had to have surgery, and they put a plate and 7 screws in my wrist.
Ouch.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh, what'd I do? I didn't mean to do that. Back to the main screen. Yeah, I'm streaming right now too.
What are
I'm
you
switching
playing?
over. I was playing um Rocket League. I'm about to switch over to Valorant.
Valorant, huh? You play that?
I started playing it.
That's the hero shooter, right?
That's
Yeah, it's the CS:GO clone, but it has specialists, basically.
you may as well say it's the hybrid between Overwatch and CS:GO.
You're not wrong.
So
You're
you are the
honestly not
adventurer of your
wrong.
life. Well met. I have a way.
Fair enough.
I never tried it, but I know a lot of the Overwatch pros that I watch have gone to Valorant for that reason.
Please.
Yeah, Valorant's nice. I enjoy playing it. It's a really nice game. I just started, so I'm like really
No
bad at
doubt you
it,
are
but
right
I'm trying to
first.
get better.
We are the scions of the seventh dawn. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea. Nay, the world at large.
I had like
Our order
two
is home to a
two
number
viewers
of
earlier, and I was like,
individuals who,
woo!
like
And now I
you,
have
possess
one.
a rare and special talent.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
This talent takes various forms.
It's hard to build up a
One
following.
holds
I have
particular
like
interest for
15
us.
followers too.
It's not bad.
Tell me, have you
No.
ever
'Cause it's only been,
experienced sudden,
like a couple
inexplicable
months,
loss of
so
consciousness? Have you
not
ever
terrible.
had the sensation of being
It's
pulled
been
away
like
from reality?
1.5.
Felt as though you were hovering in space.
Yeah, it
A
took me a
mind
while
without a body?
to
It's-
really get anything. So
Yeah, I'm just trying to get
All
more
these
viewers,
feelings
honestly.
are
The more viewers, the better.
manifestations of your talent. Yours
That
is the
kind of
power
is
to
kind of
trans
similar
the
to how
echo
I was
allows
on
you to
YouTube
pass
when
through the walls of a man's soul.
I had like a video up on
and hear
YouTube
the
that I completely
resonations
forgot
of his
about. And
past.
it had like I
You
forget
will
how
be
many
there
I
in his
told you it
memories
had, Andrew,
and see
but
things as he saw
I
them.
deleted it.
You may
I don't know
even
why I
interact with
deleted it. I
that
should have
which you
just left it
see,
there.
but you cannot
Yeah,
change
there's no
the outcome of
harm.
events.
Well, I'm
For
currently
another
streaming on
person,
YouTube as well. I
the
have
echo
both
will
going.
enable you to know a man's
I'm on Twitch
mind,
and
even
YouTube.
if you cannot comprehend his
Yeah,
words.
alright, we're gonna move this camera back over here, so back so where
In
you can look
short,
at a
the
healthier
echo is a
video of
truly
me
extraordinary
chat.
power. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
Oh my god, I'm trying to
That's
get this
right.
set up. It's a pain in
I
the
too
butt.
possess the echo. With that established, let us return to
There you
the
go.
subject
Good
of
enough.
the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so
Let's
much
do
as
this
a
right
single
here.
step towards truth.
No, too high. Bro, I'm still trying to figure all this out, like webcam setting and all that.
Oh, that yeah.
Measures must be taken.
Oh,
Make
Angry
no
Panther has
mistake.
followed. Thanks,
The echo will be
buddy.
instrumental in dealing with the primal threat.
I heard the
Without
little
it,
thingy
we
go off, and
cannot
I was like,
hope to
ooh,
save
you
the
piece of
realm.
candy.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Although mine is different because when
I
people
know
follow
not what
me
it
and
is
stuff
you
like that,
desire for
it's
yourself, nor what
Borat.
it was that first brought you to
Oh my,
Eorzea.
I need to learn how to do that. So what are you using to stream? What program?
Streamlabs OBS.
But
That's
I
exactly what
firmly
I'm using
believe
too.
that
Okay,
Okay.
you
all
go
we
on the
possess was
Streamlabs
given to us
website,
for a purpose.
and
Okay.
then there's a bunch of different settings. One of them's I'd have to go on the website, but it's basically where you like
Why
set up
else
your
would the gods
like
entrust
the
man with a
chat bot
gift
and
so
everything like that.
extraordinary,
And there's a
if
setting
not to
there
have him use it?
Oh, I don't
that
even have chatbot set
And
up.
so
oh
I
okay yeah
I guess I need to go on the website.
yeah I can once this cutscene's over, I will quickly go over there because yeah, that's like only 10. It's quick to get in there.
Is it like any custom sound I want?
Yeah, but you probably
think
don't want something too crazy, right?
Yeah, there is terms like TOS shit.
Yeah,
that you should
I was
use.
just gonna do sheesh.
That would be fine. I'm pretty sure sheesh is not copyrighted.
Yeah. I'm kind of like probably kind of pushing it with Borat, but you know.
I'm surprised Borat isn't pushing it, honestly.
Well,
Man,
it's nothing like too bad.
I've seen people literally copy half of a movie's damn duration worth of shit and put it into their stream stuff and not get copyrighted.
Fair.
I
Really?
don't understand
I'm so scared
it.
to like play any non-copyrighted music and anything like
Well,
that.
music is one of the things that they hit you the hardest on, but like alerts and shit, they don't seem, to an extent, they don't seem to really give a damn about alerts and shit.
Yeah, so
It's
I
music.
just need to know what we can say and what we can't, honestly. That's my
Anything that's not like slurs or
yeah.
racism or anything against anything homophobic, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
They
So
don't.
you would go into your dashboard on the website, and
Dang
then
it.
there's CloudBot, which is the bot. It gives you like the rundown of how to you have to mod him and all that type of stuff. That way he can silence people if they're saying words they're not supposed to and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would love to make you guys mod and all that bull.
And then alert box, which is
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 down. Right under Stream Essentials.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that here in a second. I'm in mid Valorant match.
Yeah,
And I don't want to stop where I'm at
fair enough.
because it's a penalty if I leave.
Because I can do a test follow. And
Wow, it's very nice.
yeah. Wow, it's very nice. Ooh, I get a belt too.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Sorry. Gotta be entertaining too.
Mm-hmm. Making fun of
I take it
NPCs.
you will help us.
Sometimes NPCs are a little too dumb for my
But
liking.
Tell
Or
If
player
you-
names in
the shop-
MMOs.
among them
That can be a
when
little
the
crazy.
realm-
Well, I can't say
those
anything. My
same-
Sith in
the masked one.
SWOTOR is Icy Wiener.
Welcome.
Futurama
Yeah, we-
reference, I see.
What?
That's a Futurama
My
reference.
turn to introduce
Yes,
someone.
sir.
First episode.
He is our man here in.
Yes, sir. Icy
Welcome
Wiener.
to the team.
Yeah.
If I
Greetings.
There was somebody
I
on
have
here he
been
was grouped up with on Final Fantasy earlier.
Last but
Name, what
not
was it?
least
It
is
was
Orion,
Cat
Cat
Girl.
Girl.
presides over all
Von
affairs within
Fingerton?
these halls.
Finger bang. Fun
Pray
finger
seek
bang.
Finger
him
bang,
out
yeah.
whenever
Oh
you
my
have
goodness,
questions.
gravy.
dawn may
Yeah.
banish.
Well, that's what I love about playing MMOs. You get so many different people with
Words of
silly
a-
names and stuff like that.
At the battle of we saw
We need to
South
stream SWOTOR together.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the
Yeah.
Echo play a pivotal role
Are
in our
you
endeavor to forge
doing
a
anything
brighter
tomorrow? Would
tomorrow
you want
for
to
the
possibly
realm.
stream tomorrow?
I have not been subbed to that game in a while. I was planning on doing more of this, but yeah. It's not on my computer,
I should
but
also
I always
introduce
could
you to
re-download it for
Tataru,
tomorrow or
our clerk.
some other day this
She
week.
ensures that
I'm okay with that. I work mostly day shifts now, so
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
in
I
time, I hope you will come to
work
think of us as
Tuesday,
family.
Wednesday, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, so we can
But
always do it
with-
Thursday or Friday.
I would assign you
okay, yeah.
Urianger.
Um,
Aye,
honestly,
my lady.
Wednesday would
You
probably be the
arrived
best
but
day for me because I have
recently.
that day off. If you
I
could,
yeah, I work nights,
when-
so it's kind of hard. So
oh, I can understand that.
yeah.
Well, we can make it work. I
Yeah.
We
think
have
Thursday I have a
received-
morning shift, so I can do
Thancred.
that in the evening at least.
But yeah,
It
I'll
would be
re-download
my
that.
pleasure. Some days ago, But
I'm-
there is more.
I would say World of Warcraft or
Within a
something,
bell of
but
the
I
Roderick, several
deleted my
people
sub
were
for
reported
that.
missing from
Yeah,
a
I did too.
shantytown
I
outside
did too.
the city.
That's a hard no. It's a hard
At
no
a
until
glance,
they
one would
get through
assume
their
the
problems.
involvement of band such
Yeah,
crime.
no.
However-
It's just not fun for me anymore. It was different when I was a kid, but
the evidence left behind implicates the
just,
emulsion.
I can't do it
who
anymore.
are known
Fair.
worshippers
Yeah,
of a
the only thing I
then
support over
considered.
there Blizzard
That
wise
you may
anymore is
better
Overwatch.
understand
That's
the
all
nature of our struggle with the
support.
Primals.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, even
I would
after
have
that
you play the leading
Blizzard thing, I didn't even
role
think
in
about
this
that.
You know,
investigation.
that was really what cemented
You
it for me.
have my
Because,
thanks. If there is aught
you know, the World of
Ever at
Warcraft
your
team was the one that was,
service, fair lady.
99% involved in that shit. So,
Yeah.
that was kind of just like,
Because they're even.
glad I don't have shit to do with the game anymore.
Yeah, they're even talking about restarting WoW Classic, like vanilla WoW Classic, and making changes to it to make it different. And it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting, but I'm not giving you money until you fix your shit. So hopefully,
Why would they go backwards when they're trying to... Why not just go to Wrath of the Lich King and do that same
well,
idea with Wrath of the
they're
Lich
still
King?
doing that. Like, they're still doing Burning Crusade Classic and getting through that and all that type of stuff, but you still have the WoW Classic servers up, and people who are playing, like, Vanilla Classic are like, oh, well, we're not getting anything, so they're doing something for them, basically, because that community is pretty much dead, right? As soon as TBC Classic opened up, it kind of, everyone stopped playing.
What game classic?
You're talking about that WoW Classic?
Yeah, they're
supposed to
talking
be
about
going back and doing...
The restarting WoW. What they're talking about is doing WoW Classic over again, but with changes and different things like that. Like,
Why would they change it?
because WoW Classic's already been done once, and so, like, yeah. I don't know what changes they're talking about, but
I imagine it's going to be like
Knights.
It's probably going to be like a damn private server. Like one of them weird private servers that you could go play.
Oh, Ascension is the greatest private. That is, I would play that if that wasn't against the terms of service for Twitch.
What's Ascension?
It is World of Warcraft, but it is classless. So you can take any talent and any ability and build your own class.
Really?
Yes. So it's right now up to Burning Crusade. And so anything, yeah, basically you could mix and match mage and warlock abilities and stuff like that.
You could be a necromancer and a paladin.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And they have different seasons, so in like certain seasons it'll be like every 2 levels you get a random ability and you have to like play with whatever you're given. Or you get to choose between, like, you get 3 cards and it's like this ability, and this ability. You have to choose one every 2 levels and different like things like that. It's really cool, but it's against Twitch's terms of service to play a private server. So it's something, do you want to risk getting banned over it?
Why would you get banned over it?
Well, Twitch is Twitch, and
yeah,
the only place I think you can stream something like that is YouTube.
YouTube. You can YouTube.
What's wrong with it? Does it have like nudity or something in it?
No, it's just copyright.
It's a private server.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a copyright issue, and Twitch is Twitch.
But we can play all these copyrighted games on Twitch.
Yeah, but we're playing on servers where like Final Fantasy, Square Enix owns the copyright to it, right? It's not like some rogue
so it's
server.
like somebody else. Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, it's also because we play the private servers for free, and they look at it as it's the same as like pirating music and movies.
Got it.
You wouldn't download a car. I love
those commercials. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Unlocking a hidden memory for me. I remember that. That was the only commercial I watched for the DVD of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you wouldn't download a car. The dumbest commercials ever.